Hey guys, in this video we are going to set up the commercial version of our latest graph payment processor system. Let's do it. Okay, run the application, navigating to the setup tab, reading the current folder, creating different folders of the project, defining the these are database of the system, writing connection strings. Now ready to create different databases of the project. Step by step we will do it by DBS scripts. The application generates them based on the database name we have defined here. Database itself, tables and indexes. There's an extra config script here for data warehouse in DMZ section of the system, so P2P nodes could connect to the data warehouse and sync themselves. Now the ODS database and its related tables and indexes. Okay, so we could accept raw transactions for ODS table now. Alright, let's refresh the database. We have all databases here available, ready for next steps of the node configuration. Okay, we run the engine. You could see engine is working properly. Okay, it seems that we need a Python edition of the wallet, so treasury system could work with them. In DMZ data warehouse system we have a World Wide Web, so we do need data warehouse accessible by a graph explorer. So we need IIS to set up here. Okay, we just moved the project. Now we are ready to proceed for the system setup. Its system setup is different with wallet system we had before. Okay, generate new keys, we apply them, quality control, passed, and Alice is going to save it here. Load it, quality control again, for the signature that it generates here. Now we are ready to define the rules, but before that we need to set up our different web access server to the databases. Okay. One of them for Graph the Explorer. You find the path. They are both in the DMZ section. Data warehouse. Okay. www port 700 assigned. The other one for web service of the system. Okay, once again we define the path. (701). Okay, we have both of them here. Okay, we have the Graph Explorer, but before that we could configure the header of the website. So we're going here and we have a config include file here. Change it to whatever you need. That's simple. Okay, now look, we have a configuration page here that shows us what we do here as a ruler of system. Okay, first step, we need Alice define herself as the administrator. Okay, defined and affected to the data warehouse. Next step, we need post quantum cryptography key pairs for key encapsulation. We need this module for secure channel among some wallets and the CMZ inside. So we sign it again, or we may even change this information. Okay, we have defined it. You could see here secret key are encrypted by AES and the public key of our post quantum cryptographic ability, or this graph payment processor. Now we are going to define our graph domain as the root of the system. Alright, now we have our graph. These settings are going to affect it in the main ledger of the system, so everybody could check it out. US dollar. We're going to define a fiat money here. banking system. Okay, United States of America, dollar. Okay, now we have a currency here. We could define even other tokens. For example, another token for Tally hash. Now the fee system. For token US dollar, we use token US dollar 10 cents for each record of the book. Now our currencies have their fees here. Okay, for TLH, the Tally hash coin, as the cryptocurrency, we could have another fee values. For example, 5 cents. It could be more cheaper than the US dollar itself. Okay, yeah. Now we need to mint our tokens. For US dollar, we need a permission from Federal Reserve, for example. But for TLH, we need to assign something about the volume of the minting process here to the white paper of the project. But before that, we should define our treasury system. For that, we need to create a new wallet to be treasurer of the system. Okay, local admin of Mars. So we have a new wallet here. Okay, US dollar. This wallet is the treasurer of the system. Who is the treasurer? Bob. For 700,000 of US dollars. Okay. Now we have our first permission for the treasury system. Now the treasurer needs to claim it. To have it available in the main ledger of the system. Okay, then Bob should log in to its wallet system from Mars to Mars. The order ID here is important. dollar sign here means this is a treasury rule, and rule ID in continue. Now this is going to be the first transaction of the system. As you could see here in Explorer, there is no record before broadcasting the claim. Look at this. Okay, one job identified, remained. Now the TPS of the transaction, and it happened. Okay, that's simple. Successfully minted 700,000 of US dollars for this wallet ID as the treasurer of the system. Okay, it was that simple by such amount of configuration. Thank you for watching.